Hey folks, welcome back to Technik. I'm Flynn, your packaging expert. We're continuing our serialization discussion today. We're going to look into one other aspect of serialization that's critically important for most pharmaceutical projects and is also starting to have an impact in food and beverage, nutraceutical, pet care, and many other industries, and that's validation. Now, validation is required in some cases by regulation, and it's a pretty good idea even if not. It's just the concept by which you've created a process, ensured that process works and consistently provides the correct outputs, is followed every time, and of course is in compliance with the regulations applicable to your product and industry. Now, the challenge comes into play when you're talking about automating packaging that has previously been done by hand. If that packaging process itself has been validated, we're obviously going to be changing it if we automate some of it or all of it, so that may require a new validation process. In some cases, the packaging itself is not validated, only the finished package is validated, and in those cases, we can sometimes bring equipment in upstream of the validated part of the process so that we're delivering the same inputs to the validated part of the process. For example, if a company currently cartons by hand, labels the cartons by hand, and then stacks the finished cartons in cases where they're photographed by a serialization camera, the cases are then labeled by the serialization system and sent off to shipping, we can automate the cartoning aspect of it, automate the loading, the sealing, the labeling of the carton, and then pass the finished cartons to the serialization system in the same way that the operators were doing by hand before. In that way, the input to the validated part of the process is the same, the finished cartons, and we've been able to add automation, save the customer money, improve their process without changing the validated part of the process and thus requiring a change to the validation or a new validation entirely. There's many different combinations of possibilities depending on the current validated process, the current packaging being done, the desired changes by the customer. So if you have a validated process and you're looking to see how much it can be improved and how much change and validation that would require, we'd be happy to sit down with you and take a look at your specific needs, and we'd encourage you to reach out to us. We've got one more serialization video coming to wrap up this series. We hope you'll like and subscribe on YouTube or follow us on your preferred social media channel to get the latest videos as soon as they're released. Appreciate you joining us today. I'm Flynn for Technik, and we'll see you next time.